from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Welcome to the Final Order Report, where we bring you a hand-picked selection of comics and graphic novels before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order cutoff this Monday, August 26th at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These titles will be hitting our shelf as soon as September 18th. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account online or sync your existing one to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today, I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let me explain all of that in just a moment. Here we are at the Comichub front page. Once you sign in, you'll see the orange banner to the left is a side item. So that's everything that you've got on hold for you in store currently, waiting for you to pay for and pick up or ship. Behind the green banner to the right is all of the carousels that we will be using today. Let me go in and show you. The top carousel, as you see, turns left and right, and that is all of the contents of the most recent catalogs and any search results that you get from the top field. Below that is a carousel of preview pages for upcoming books, some of which we may be looking at today. Under that is the Last Call for FOC carousel. We will get back to that in just a moment. Let me show you first the next Wednesday's items. That's everything scheduled to hit the shelves on Wednesday, upcoming the August 28th. Is that right? Yes, that's right. You can open those up and check that out. Below that is event carousels for crossover books that are coming out in the near future, all put together by their event. Okay, let's move on back up to Last Call for FOC and click on View All. Once you do that, it opens up to a top to bottom scroll, and we also have filters at the top for alphabet, alphanumeric, and publisher, category, etc. Okay, now that I've shown you that, let me bring my giant head back in here and show you the first thing that comes up today. Before I look at new printings, I want to show you this thing. Look, folks, it is the brand new original graphic novel from Charles Burns, the beloved and award-winning author of Black Hole's haunting and visually arresting story of an artist's obsession and the value and cost of pushing the boundaries of creativity. This is a 224-page original graphic novel from Knopf Publishing, runs $34 and will be available on September 25th. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. Charles Burns' beautiful, lush ink work and design is fully on display here. The recent comics hardcover that came out, that was all art that Charles Burns did resembling comic book covers that don't exist. I know there's Charles Burns fans out there. If you're interested, we will have a limited amount of signed book plates available of Final Cut when it comes in on September 25th. If you want to ensure that you get a copy of Charles Burns' Final Cut with a signed book plate, make sure to get your order in through Comichub before this Monday at 12. All right, back to our regular scheduled programming. First look is at new printings. And the first new printing we'll be looking at today is Geiger #2 gets a second printing with this color variant cover. That will be available on September 18th, along with Geiger #3 second printing. This is recolored from the original. Also from Image, we get a new printing of Red Coat #1. This is a fourth printing. Featured a remastered Brian Hitch cover. Rook Exodus #2 gets a third printing. And Rook Exodus #3 gets a third printing as well. Ghost Machine is really stepping up to make sure these highly sought after issues are available, and they will be back on the shelves for you on September 18th, though I do still have some first printings in stock of these highly sought after issues. Next up, we get a few new printings from Marvel this week, including Ultimates 3 second printing. This is a remastered cover. A new cover from, this is a repurposed variant cover from the first print of Wolverine Revenge #1. This is not polybagged and is not the red band version. I think we are tapped out of them though. So if you want to read it, there it is. It will be available on September 25th. Next up is a second printing of X Factor #1 with a new Bob Quinn cover. I think that's from an interior page. And X-Men #2 gets a second printing with this color variant on the original cover. And that wraps up our spotlight on new printings. Next up, we will look at second printings. At second issues. I'm really good at this, folks. Okay. Next up, we get Nightclub Volume 2, #2 from Juan Ramirez and writer Mark Miller. Patra #2 gets a second issue from James Robinson and Scott Collins. This just came out this Wednesday. I haven't had the opportunity to read it, though. I'm really looking forward to checking it out. James Robinson is one of my favorite comic book writers. And Scott Collins has got some really interesting art style that he's working on. That'll be cool to check out from Dark Horse Comics. Next up, we get a second issue from Defenders of the Earth, a new series from Mad Cave, Jim Calafiore on art, and Dan DiDio writing. Huge Detective from Titan Comics gets a second issue. The first issue just came out this last week, and it was really cool. Had a Paul Pope cover and beautiful interiors. This is not the interior artist on the cover. This is Pedro Cobiaco, but the interiors are amazing. Get a second issue from Sir, the new motorcycle jousting adventure comic from Boom Studios' Boombox imprint. And while it isn't a second issue, I will say it's very exciting to see that Batman Gargoyle of Gotham #3 is finally going to print. It will be on our shelves September 25th. This long delayed issue has been highly anticipated, of course, from Raphael Grandpa on the Black Label imprint over at DC Comics. Super cool, beautiful art. Creepy. Back to the second issues. We got a second issue for Jenny Sparks from Tom King and Jeff Spokes, who did this cover. First issue just came out this last Wednesday. It was my pick of the week. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Night Watcher returns with a second issue from Junie Ba and Pharaoh P, who also did this cover. Cowl 1964 number 2 gets a second issue from original creative team Kyle Higgins and Rod Reese. Power Fantasy number 2 from Kieran Gillen and Casper Weingard. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I was supposed to be playing music under here. There it is. Power Fantasy number 2 from Kieran Gillen and Casper Weingard will be out on September 18th. Chasm Curse of Cain number 2 from Steve Fox and Andrea Briccardo with his Lionel Francis Yu cover. One note about this comic, as well as the majority of the rest of Marvel comics this week, the first issue hasn't come out yet, so we're kind of ordering blind on these second issues. If you're interested at all and want to ensure your copy, please get your special order in for this Chasm Curse of Cain number 2. Deadpool Team Up gets a second issue from Rob Liefeld. Phases of the Moon number 2. The Saga of the Moon Knight spins on from Jed MacKay, Jorge Fornes, and this Mateus Monanini cover. Predator vs. Black Panther number 2 is currently scheduled for September 25th. Thankfully, we got a first issue on this very exciting new series from Ben Percy and artist Lee M. Ferguson. That will be available on September 25th. Then we get Zombie War Zombiotes number 2 from Cavan Scott and Juan Jose Reap with this Juan Ferreira cover. And that'll do it for the second issues. And let's slide right on over into our main feature. This is first issues that are going to print this Monday. Please get your orders in for these as soon as you can, especially for cool things like this. Black, White, and Bloodshot. Enter the world of Bloodshot in this brand new Black, White, and Blood anthology. You know the gimmick, folks. Marvel, DC, they're all doing it. Now Valiant Entertainment through Alien Books is got their new miniseries out featuring work from all kind of folk. Shintaro Kago, Brian Azzarello, Eduardo Rizzo, Ariel Olivetti, Mark Guggenheim. The list goes on and on. Renato Gaitis is back. That's cool. In this first issue of Black, White, and Bloodshot with a cover from, Guillermo Fajardo. This B cover by Matias Bergera. That's cool. Dude. I like that a lot. A Batman Black and White tribute cover from Al Barrenueva. And this D cover from Olivetti, Ariel Olivetti, all wrapping up this Black, White, and Bloodshot first issue of 4 from Valiant Entertainment Alien Books. Then we get a couple from small presser Asylum Press. This is Undead Evil, first of 4. I think this is a resolicit. It's supposed to come out last year, but it's kind of cool to see it back in the catalog. This is written by Frank Fort with interior art by Nenad Gukunia and artist Ben Olson. Get a B cover from Frank Fort. And Zombie Terrors resolicits this issue with a Frank Fort cover, but it's got this Steve Mannion cover. And it's got a cover that I won't show you by Tim and Jeff Vigil. Zombie Terror #1 from Asylum Press. Newer publisher IPI Comics comes out with this new 4-issue miniseries called Sherlock Holmes Dark Detective Claws of the Chimera. Yeah. Sherlock Holmes and the Dark Detective, one of the most lauded original takes on Sherlock Holmes in comic book form, returns for the first time. Offered in the US and internationally, a truly hammer horror-esque version of the most sinister period in Holmes and Watson's career. Every issue features extra material, a gripping original prose story, and a piece of Holmesian scholarship from writer Christopher Sequeira, artist Philip Cornell, with this Dave Elzy cover. Very cool. Then over at also at Mad Cave Studios, is Revolution 9 from Mark London and Carlos Reno. After years as an assassin for the Order of Nine, an ancient order dating back almost 3,000 years, Velveteen has turned her back on the very organization that saved her. Tasked with the murder of otherwise innocent hacker Jasper Dean, she sets off to save his life and discover the terrible secret that marked him for death. With the entire order after them, Velveteen and Jasper must escape and prevent them from toppling society as we know it. Revolution 9 is the first thrilling title in Underworld, an all-new universe created by Mark London. It's got these two covers, a cover by Rossi Gifford and a B cover from Raymond Bermudez. Revolution 9 from Mad Cave Studios, September 25th. And over at Boom Studios, Boom Studios, this is Jim Henson's Labyrinth #1, ahead of the landmark 40th anniversary of Jim Henson's seminal film in 2025. Pardon me. There it is. Boom Studios proudly presents the first ever graphic adaptation of A.C.H. Smith's beloved novelization, which includes moments and scenes never shot or captured in the final film. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, join Sarah for the very first time, or discover this brand new adaptation of her surreal adventure through the twisting and changing paths of the castle to the castle beyond the Goblin City. Dance to the music, dance to the magic as writer Kyla Vanderkloot and artist Giorgio Spalletta visualized the entire story for the first time. We got this A cover from Miguel Mercado and this B cover from Elizabeth Torque. I'm in love with the art from Elizabeth Torque. Beautiful monster design. Amazing. Love it. Jim Henson's Labyrinth #1 from Boom Studios, available on September 18th. Also from Boom Studios, in conjunction with Dark Horse Studios and Dogu Publishing. Check out this cool thing. It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Usagi Yojimbo team up you've been asking for. Written by Ryan Parrott with art by Sean Daly, and this cover by Torrin Clark. During a routine Rita Repulsa attack, the Rangers morphers do something unexpected. Send them back to the Edo era of Japan. Using the Mighty Morphin power grid, the mysterious Ogasawara pulls the Rangers through time and begs for help. But when the enemy they face isn't what they expect, our heroes will face a painful revelation. In celebration of the 40th anniversary of Usagi Yojimbo, discover the crossover between the Rabbit Ronin and the teenagers with attitude. Look at them. That fans have been waiting for. That's right, folks. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Usagi Yojimbo Team Up drops on September 25th with this A cover from Torrin Clark. A very, very fun Stan Sakai cover. This C cover from Jared Cullum. I want to look at that a little closer. Ooh, that's nice. Sorry, details might be over magnified at some point. What are you looking at? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Usagi Yojimbo also has this foil variant for $9.99 with cover art by Goni Montez, all available on September 25th. Then we also get the Stan Sakai in a foil. Nice. Over at DC, we get a couple of things of note to show off this week, including this Absolute Power spin-off one-shot called Super Sun, written by Sina Grace and includes a short story by Dennis Culver and art by John Timms with Travis Mercer and this John Timms cover. John Kent fights back in this oversized Absolute Power special. Jonathan Kent has suffered more than most at the hand of the Trinity of Evil, but the Son of Superman will summon the will to fight back in this special oversized edition of Absolute Power. Will travel to the depths of despair as one of the most powerful beings on planet Earth must reckon with his own past to save his future, and the road to recovery will pave the way for a critical new chapter in the journey of the Super Son. It's a clash of power, a tale of self-discovery, and a reign of the Ultramen in Absolute Power. Super Son from those creators that I mentioned before with that John Timms A cover and a Lucio Perillo cover on B. That's pretty metal. And this Reiko Murakami cardstock variant for extra $1. 48 pages for $6.99. That is Absolute Power Super Sun number 1. Then this cool weekly mini-series called Multiverse Collision Detection. The hit video game is now a can't-miss comic. Bruce Wayne, Diana Prince, and Clark Kent each wake in a cold sweat, troubled by strange dreams they've had about the Rabbit, the Star Child, and the Witch. Their investigation into these enigmatic visions brings them to unexpected locales and unusual characters, but none more unusual than the mysterious Rabbit from the dreams. It's mysterious right there. As they find themselves face to face with the one and only Bugs Bunny. What the heck is going on here? And who in the name of the multiverse are the Star Child and the Witch? The hit video game spills from the screen and into the DCU. And it's bringing a whole lot of friends from some of their favorite universes with it. Written by Brian Q. Miller with art by John Samarivo and this A cover by Dan Mora. Get a B cover from Michael Janine. That's pretty fun. I like how Jerry gets his big head in there. This Riley Rossimo cover, interesting. Wonderfully off model. I don't know, Scoob. All for Multiversus Collision Detection #1. Yeah. Oh, that's the 1 in 25. I'm not going to show that anymore. Wow. Over at IDW, we get this one shot from the Godzilla Rivals series called Mecha Godzilla versus King Ghidorah in this one shot. Yes, in this one shot from Tom Waltz and Casey Maloney comes a whole new spin on a classic myth. Forget everything you know about Atlantis. The ancient civilization was once an idyllic island in the middle of the ocean. Subject not just to the regular caprice of Mother Nature, but also under the threat and protection of kaiju. Yeah. I'm in love with this cover. That's cool. This cover is from Jesse Lonergan. We got a B cover from... No, that was the B cover, pardon me. And an A cover from Casey Maloney, who does interiors. Can Godzilla prevent the legendary civilization from a watery grave? Oh, no. Also from IDW, we get Sonic the Hedgehog Annual 2024. Cool. This is written by Gigi Dutrix, or Dutre, and Jack Lawrence. With that Jack Lawrence cover. That Natalie Fordrain cover. That's real nice. Cool. The Moon is Following Us is a new series from Image Comics and Daniel Warren Johnson with artist Riley Rossimo. In this series premiere of this 10-issue series, Sam and Duncan Lamar love their 6-year-old daughter more than anything in the whole world. But half a year ago, she was taken by the Cascade, an evil force they barely understand. Now, Sam and Duncan must fight side by side with the magical beings Penny cherished to try and get her back. With the magical beings Penny cherished to try and get her back before she's gone forever. The Moon is Following Us from Daniel Warren Johnson and Riley Rossimo. This Riley Rossimo cover ships on September 18th. It also has a B cover, a wraparound cover from Daniel Warren Johnson himself. That's pretty cool. Daniel Warren Johnson, now multiple Eisner Award-winning creator, is back at Image Comics for some more family adventure fun. The Moon is Following Us. Cover price $3.99, available on September 18th. How are we doing here for time? We're at half an hour. We're getting there. Next up, expansion on the Spawn universe. This 6-issue miniseries called Spawn Violator has a Todd McFarlane cover. Look at that. Finally. Sorry about that. Let me get this more in frame here. There. It looks like the Violator. No, that's no good. Finally, the one true origin story of the Violator, as told by the most unbelievable and unreliable narrator of all time. Follow the journey of your favorite Spawn universe demon from his start in the celestial heavens, through his fall and descent into hell, and finally his banishment to Earth. That's right. We got this A cover from interior artist Peter Kowalski. Got that C cover from Todd McFarlane. And then we got this B cover from Francesco Mattina. All from Image Comics. That's pretty cool. Available on September 18th. Also from Image Comics, we get Tin Can Society. This is the first issue of a 9-issue miniseries from Peter Warren, Francesco Mobili, and Chris Chukri. The first stunning issue of a brand new series from Giant Generator, showcasing the first graphic novel work by screenwriter Peter Warren, with jaw-dropping art by Francesco Mobili and colored by Chris Chukri. Huh, it's only got the one cover? That's cool. Good on Giant Generator, Tin Can Society. Looks like some cool crime from one of my favorite writers, Rick Remender. Is one of my favorite writer, Rick Remender's company, Giant Generator. Yes. Next up, we get a first issue of a new arc from Ultra Mega. It's been gone for a couple of years, it seems like, but this new story arc is coming back with this mega-sized hit return. When kaiju invaded Earth, 3 humans were granted the power of Ultra Mega to save humanity. They failed. Now, a new Ultra Mega has risen in this brutal world without heroes or hope. Yeah, but the Kaiju Queen isn't the only challenge we must face. He must face. Deep in the stars, they gather. Psychotic, cold. A world of Ultra Mega. From writer-artist James Herron and Dave Stewart, bringing those fantastic colors, present this next chapter of the Eisner Award-nominated series that rocked comics. This is Ultra Mega by James Warren. Got this James Warren cover. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. And we got a B cover from Mike Mignola. Look at that pretty, cool, cosmic horror lamprey. God, it's gonna eat my head. Ultra Mega by James Herron, number 5. A new story arc. I'm terribly excited. Next up, we get the next part. We get the finale, or the finale, if you will, of Infinity Watch, the miniseries running through annuals in Marvel Comics this summer. The Infinity Stone bearers are all brought together for the first time. If you thought the stones were dangerous in Thanos' hands, imagine if Star gets her way. Uh-oh, Star's involved. From Derek Landy and artist Salvador LaRocca, Avengers Annual number 1, which is the Infinity Watch finale, will be available on September 25th with this Salvador LaRocca cover. And then we got a Mike McCone cover. And this cool Pete Woods Godzilla cover. Let's move in on that one. Yeah. Avengers Annual number 1, Pete Woods Godzilla variant. Also has this Ron Lim variant. Cool. How many more? Oh yeah, one more. The Ryan Menarding cover, but it's not final cover art, so it may not look like that. Then we get a new Red Band series for Blade spinning out of... Oh yeah, that's a good backdrop. Nice. A new dawn for the Daywalker. For years, Blade has been the deadliest vampire hunter in the Marvel Universe, with an arsenal of wooden stakes, silver bullets, and razor bats at his command. Few have known the taste of vengeance. Uh-oh, back up. But after the harrowing events of Blood Hunt, what's left of Marvel's most infamous vampire? Did any of the vampire within Blade survive? Did any of the man? Find out here as the skin-searing dawn of a bloody new Blade saga from writer Brian Hill, writer of the recent hit Ultimate Black Panther, is joined with CF Via on this Blade Red Band series, coming polybagged with this CF Via cover. And this EM Gist cover, available on October 9th. Then Venom War gets another spin-off called Daredevil #1, Night of the Crawling Zombiotes. Cool, more zombiotes getting out, causing chaos. Written by Chris Condon with art by Lan Medina, and this cover by Javier Fernandez. Got this Stephanie Hans variant. Very cool. I like that. And that does it for our spotlight on first issues. I got one more to show you. This is a variant cover featuring Godzilla on the Amazing Spider-Man #58 from Leonardo Romero. Interiors, of course, are from Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. This one's just super fun. It's got some cool Steve Ditko energy to it. And it's got a cool giant Godzilla head in the background. Hooray for Godzilla and Amazing Spider-Man #58 Godzilla variant. All right. Now I'm done with those things. Let's get back here. Here I am. Next thing I want to show you is some event information. We got upcoming events. Get rid of that and get rid of that. And here we go to that. There we are. And I would like to thank you for tuning into Final Order Report this week. Remember, the deadline for Final Order cutoff is Monday, August 26th at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Confirm orders. Please confirm items in your cart before the deadline. It'll help me out quite a bit. Also, coming up on Tuesday at 6:30, live from the floor of Green Brain Comics, it's a live stream of Brain Scan, our preview of New Comic Book Day on the Eve. That all happens on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously, Tuesday nights at 6:30. And then Wednesday, August 28th, we will be having a New Comic Book Day celebration every Wednesday from 11 to 7. We got new comic books all day. This next week featuring releases the new Universal Monsters miniseries, Frankenstein from Michael Walsh, Aliens vs. Avengers from Jonathan Hickman, and the original graphic novel Arvo's Parts Journey to His Musical Language, all available on Wednesday, August 28th. And then later in the month, the third Monday of the month on September 16th is Brain Candy number 60, a free review of music, prose, poetry, and visual art brought to you by the performers, the Emerging Writers Network, and Green Brain Comics. This month featuring poetry from Taj R., the prose of Jack Cheng, the music of Jeff Jablonski, and the art of Carmel Liberti. All on Monday, September 16th. And I want to thank you for joining me on Final Order Report today. Please get your orders in by Monday at 12. And of course, check out Green Brain Comics in the store or online. More information in the description below. And make sure to get your orders in through Comic Hub. Yeah, thanks for watching today. We love you all. Rock out. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.